This is Finland in late autumn. The roads are clear. The trees still hold their last leaves and daylight lingers just a little longer. But here in the north, autumn is merely a whisper, a brief pause before the transformation. In Finland, we don't fear what's coming. We prepare for it. Because in a few short weeks, everything you see will be blanketed in white. Temperatures will plunge to -25. And yet, life doesn't stop. It transforms.
This is Kuopio, a city of 120,000 people in the heart of Finland's Lakeland region. And that is Puyo Tower, standing 75 meters tall, watching over a city that refuses to hibernate. From up here, you can see what winter really means in Finland. Frozen lakes stretch to the horizon like white deserts. Forests transform into crystallized kingdoms. And the temperature? -25 Celsius. That's -13 Fahrenheit for those keep track. But look closer. See those tiny dots moving on the ice? Those are people walking, skiing, ice fishing. Because here's what you need to understand about Finnish winter. It's not a barrier. It's an invitation. Every morning, the sun rises late, if it rises much at all during the darkest weeks. But when it does, it paints the snow in shades of pink and gold that you simply cannot find anywhere else on Earth.
In these temperatures, your breath freezes in the air before you. Your eyelashes collect tiny crystals of ice. And yet, here they come, Finns heading up mountain, ready to embrace what winter offers. This is where Finnish children learn that cold is just a state of mind, where families spend their weekends not hiding indoors, but sliding down frozen hills at speed that would terrify most people. There's a Finnish concept called sisu. It doesn't translate perfectly, but it means something like extraordinary determination in the face of adversity. It means perseverance, resilience, and grit. And you see it everywhere here.
You see it in the 4-year-old taking her first ski lesson at -20, in the grandmother who hasn't missed a season in 50 years, in the father teaching his son that winter isn't something to survive, it's something to celebrate. The slopes aren't the Alps. They are not towering peaks meant to intimidate. They are friendly mountains. Community spaces where Finns gather to do what they have done for generations. Turn winter into joy. Finland has 188,000 lakes. In summer, They are liquid highways connecting communities, playgrounds for swimmers and boaters. But in winter, they become something else entirely. The ice here grows thick, sometimes a meter deep, strong enough to drive a truck across, and Finns do exactly that. These frozen lakes transform into shortcuts, into ice roads, into the world's most beautiful skating rinks. Stand on the ice of a Finnish lake in winter, and you are standing on something ancient and powerful. Water that remembers summer, now locked in place by the iron grip of Arctic air. Listen carefully when you are out here. The ice speaks. It creaks and groans as it shifts, as temperature change, as the lake breathes beneath you. It's not dangerous if you know what you're doing. And Finns always know what they're doing. They've been reading ice for thousands of years. Minus 25 might freeze your leg solid, but it doesn't freeze life. Ice fishermen drill holes and sit for hours, thermoses of coffee keeping them warm. Cross-country skiers glide across surface that 6 months ago boats navigated. Children build snowforts on what was their swimming spot in July. This is the duality of Finnish life. Nothing is permanent. Everything transforms. And adaptations is simply how they live.
The Finnish forest in winter is not silent. Listen. The wind moves through frozen branches, creating music that exists nowhere else. Each tree wears a coat of snow so thick, so perfect, it looks painted by an artist with infinite patience.
This is called tukku in Finnish. When snow and ice accumulates on trees, transforming them into sculptures. In Lapland, in the far north, the tukku can be so extreme that trees look like white ghosts, standing sentinels in a frozen world.
These forests cover 75% of Finland. In winter, they become a kingdom of white and shadow, of silence and whisper. And they are not empty. Moose move through them. Foxes hunt. Owls watch from branches. And beneath the snow, life waits. When Finns speak about their connection to nature, this is what they mean. These forests are not separate from daily life. They are daily life. We walk through them to clear our minds, to find peace, to remember that we are part of something larger than ourselves. In winter, these trees don't complain. They simply adapt, bend with the weight of snow, conserve their energy, and wait for spring. There's wisdom in that, wisdom that Finns have learned well.
Minus 25 Celsius, roads covered in packed snow and ice, and yet people drive to work, children go to school. Life continues exactly as it would at plus 20. This is perhaps the most important thing to understand about Finnish winter. It's not an emergency, it's not a crisis, it's just winter. In many countries, minus 25 would shut down cities. Here, it's a forecast that makes you grab a slightly thicker jacket. The roads are maintained constantly. Snow plows work through the night. Sand and gravel provide traction. And every Finnish driver learns winter driving as a fundamental skill. It's not optional. It's essential. Look at this. Morning traffic, rush hour. People commuting in conditions that would terrify drivers in warmer climates. But here's the secret. Respect the conditions, adapt your speed, understand your vehicle, and winter roads are simply roads. This is sisu, and its most practical form. Not dramatic heroism, but quiet daily determination. Getting up, going to work, living the life, regardless of what the thermometer says.
In the far north, in Finnish Lapland, winter takes on an even more magical quality. And here, humans are the only ones who've mastered the cold. These are Alaskan and Siberian Huskies, dogs literally bred for Arctic conditions. Where we need layers of technical clothing, they have fur. Where we need heated homes, they sleep in the snow. At -25, they are not uncomfortable. They are in their element. For thousands of years, Arctic peoples relied on dog sleds for transportation, for hunting, for survival. Today, it's become an adventure, a way for visitors to experience winter the way the old ones did. Moving through silent forests, across frozen lakes, powered by the joy of dogs who want nothing more than to run.
Listen to the sound of a dog sled moving through fresh snow, the panting of the team, the whisper of the runners, the occasional command from the musher. It's primal, it's ancient, and it's absolutely Finnish. This is winter, not as an obstacle, but as a partner. These dogs don't fight the cold, they dance with it. And then there's the reindeer. In Lapland, reindeer herding isn't tourism. It's a living culture maintained by Sami people, the indigenous people of the Arctic. There's over 200,000 reindeers in Finnish Lapland, and they are not just animals, they're part of the identity of the North. Riding in a reindeer-pulled sleigh is like stepping into a time machine. The pace is slower than the Huskies, more meditative. The reindeer move with the calm confidence of creatures who've survived Arctic winters for a millennia. Look at them. Their wide hooves work like snowshoes, distributing weight so they don't sink into deep snow. Their thick winter coats trap air for insulation. Their metabolism actually changes in winter. They're living proof that at -25, life doesn't just survive, it thrives. This is Finland at its most remote, its most wild, its most honestly itself, where the land teaches you that the winter is not the enemy, cold is not suffering, and -25 is simply the temperature. So this is the Finnish winter, not a season to endure, but a season to embrace. It's children laughing on slopes at -20. It's ice fishermen sitting peacefully on frozen lakes. It's morning commuters driving through snow-covered roads. It's forests transformed into white cathedrals. It's huskies running away with pure joy. Its reindeer moving calmly through their ancient homeland. On the clearest, coldest nights, the sky itself comes alive. The Aurora Borealis, the northern lights, Revontulet, we call them in Finnish. Ancient legends say they are created by a fox sweeping its tail across the snow, sending sparks into the sky.
You might watch this and think, how do they do it? How do they live in such cold? But that's the wrong question. The right question is, how could we not? Because Finnish winter isn't about surviving. It's about finding beauty in the frozen lake, warmth in the community that gathers on the slopes, peace in the silent forest, and strength in knowing that when spring finally comes, and it always does, we'll have earned it. -25? For us, it's not extreme. It's just home.